Let's look at a very famous dietitian, who, I'll be honest, am not familiar with, reviewing a fat person's What I Eat in a Day video. I'm not here to nitpick every bite. I'm not super strict myself. But if you're a professional giving public nutrition advice, I expect more than generic tips anyone could give. Let's see what she's got to say. And you tell me, do you think this amount of food adds up?
This is what I eat in a day as a fat person who's eating 10,000 calories a day.
I can only imagine how frustrating it is to be in a larger body and have people assume that you just sit on the couch and eat 10,000 calories a day. But I already like this girl based on her sweater, so let's take a look.
So first I made my girlfriend and I eggs, and then we had mini bagels with cream cheese and jelly. I love making this breakfast. It has a lot of protein and it keeps me full most of the morning.
Love this. I mean, we know that protein at breakfast has tons of important benefits for weight management, mood, memory, and blood sugar control. And those little mini bagels look like a really great accompaniment.
She calls the breakfast great because it has protein. That's surface level. Yes, eggs are a solid protein source, but pairing them with mini bagels, cream cheese, and jelly is a huge hit of refined carbs and ultra-processed spreads. She ignores how this spikes blood sugar and feeds the wrong gut bacteria. Instead of just praising protein, she could have talked about fiber diversity, minimally processed carbs, and fermented foods to build gut resilience. Maybe keep the eggs, but swap the bagel for sprouted or fermented bread and add something colorful and fibrous. Think sauerkraut or avocado, so your microbiome starts the day thriving, not crashing.
Some iced coffee. So I made my favorite protein coffee, added my caramel.
Another green flag to me, because this is honestly one of my favorite hacks. If you find that caffeine makes you super jittery in the morning, pairing it with some protein, like a scoop of protein powder, is a great way to slow down the absorption of that caffeine.
The protein coffee gets a green flag, but again, no mention of the fact that flavored syrups and many protein powders are highly processed. She focuses only on slowing caffeine absorption, ignoring how gums, artificial sweeteners, and certain flavorings can disrupt gut microbiota and digestion. This is a recurring theme. The advice is calorie and macronutrient focused, without asking what's inside those macros. Through a gut health lens, we can also say that overly sweetened protein drinks train the palate to crave hyper-sweet foods. Just go for plain black coffee.
And then after this, I almost immediately went to sleep, missed lunch, and then made a mini bagel just to satisfy my hunger before we made dinner.
Ideally, we would want to prioritize sleep at night to avoid just kind of like sleeping through lunch. But to avoid getting too ravenous by dinner, I think a snack is a really important idea. Now, I like to think of snacks as mini meals. So that means we want to at least have some protein and fiber, and ideally some healthy fats in there as well. So to switch this up, she could do the mini bagel topped with whipped cottage cheese and raspberries with some extra fruit on the side.
I can agree. That's a reasonable take. But skipping a meal is fine, even better.
So dinner tonight, I made pasta with veggies, and then we also made some biscuits to go with it.
We do pasta in the regular at my house too, which I love because it is just so easy to dress up into a hunger crushing combo. Paige has the veggies down, which I love, but I would definitely try to bump up the protein with some chicken or tofu, or maybe use like a protein pasta like chickpea noodles. And for the record, no, this is nowhere close to 10,000 calories. And if you're still gonna tear into her, maybe ask yourself, would you leave the same hate comments if a thin person posted the exact same meals? Like Paige says, fat folks deserve respect too. Next.
She closes with calorie defense and a reminder to respect fat people. Respect is one thing, but pretending a carrying excessive body fat has no health consequences is another. Normalizing obesity while ignoring the diet patterns that fuel it is doing people a disservice. Honestly, I think this is a fine day of eating. If it were me, I'd probably throw in a piece of meat somewhere for more protein, but overall, it's not terrible. That's why I expected a lot more from the dietitian here. She basically gave the kind of surface-level praise anyone could give. Nothing special. As a professional, she should have done a deeper dive into nutrient quality, processing levels, and long-term health effects. And let's be real, if this is truly all she eats in a day, she wouldn't be carrying that much excess weight. This is almost certainly not the whole picture, and glossing over that fact doesn't help anyone.
Now, why can't you be this nice to thinner people?
To be fair, it's the reverse with most people. Skinny girls don't need her. She targets large women so she could sell her courses.
Yes, you're filled with stored energy, but I love and suggest that you eating even more.